snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. A bit of tact. Hi guys! So I am here today to do a book review for you, and the book that I'm going to be reviewing is Heir of Fire, which is by Sarah J Maas, and I believe this is the third one in this series. I had to read this as part of the BooktubeSFF as it was one of the YA nominees, and I'm glad that I finally got to it because I had been putting it off for quite a while. I think I read the second one maybe 2 years ago? I can't remember even. It was definitely whilst I was on BookTube, I think. I do remember really liking the first and the second one in the series when I read them. The third one was definitely not my thing. I had some major problems with this one, so let's get into talking about it and I will tell you exactly what they were. So, this series we follow a main character called Selena Sardothian. She is a highly trained assassin and she has basically been on this quest for a little while, for the past few books, sort of trying to figure things out. She's sort of discovered a lot of ancient things that people hadn't necessarily discovered. She's come to work for the king, she's been broken out of prison, and all sorts of craziness has gone on. And she's now discovered some very old magic and kind of creepy ideas and stuff that has been going on secretly in the kingdom. So she's on a quest to find out more about the magic and find out more about what is going on with the general wider world and how she can sort things out. I definitely enjoyed Selena as a character in the first two books. In this book she really started to annoy me, not only because she was a little bit bratty at times, but equally because she hung out with some people who I didn't like. Not necessarily through her own choice. She was basically in one section of the world at this point, and we're following sort of 3 different storylines that are set in 3 different parts of the kingdom. First we have Selena's storyline, which follows her as she is in magical training. She's trying to learn her magic and how to unlock her potential. It's basically a kind of coming of age type story at this point. I wasn't that into their storyline, honestly. Her and the male that she's with just didn't interest me anywhere near as much as one of the other storylines. The next storyline is focusing back on the kingdom that Selena has left and focusing on one of her love interests there and what's going on with him and the plots he is uncovering that are going on in the kingdom. I found that interesting at times, but equally I found it a little bit boring at times. It was just a bit of a mixture, so sometimes I was interested and sometimes I wasn't, kind of depending on my mood, I think. And then the final storyline that I was following was the storyline of the witches, which was a newly introduced storyline for this book, and I found that so fascinating. It was really interesting, very engaging. We met a few new characters who were definitely exciting, and we also got to hear about these witches and the mounts that they are training, which is a very interesting thing indeed, because I just didn't anticipate any of that happening, so I liked that storyline. I think my biggest problem with this was that the characters kept on doing things that maybe I just wasn't connecting with or wasn't interested in. Maybe I've outgrown this series, it's possible, in that it's a YA series, and I used to read a lot more YA than I do now. I don't read an awful lot anymore, and I'm quite picky with what I do read now, and this series just didn't work that well for me overall. I think the first 2 books seemed fine when I read them, but looking back they probably wouldn't hold up to what star ratings I gave them now. And this one I ended up only giving a 2.5. I didn't think it was an exceptional read. I felt like it was just okay. Like, it wasn't badly written, but the characters did do some things that I was annoyed with. The plot overall was just okay. Like, it was an okay plot, it was fine, but I wasn't connected to the characters, and if the main character had just dropped down dead for some reason, it might have been a little bit more interesting to me if it went all Game of Thrones and everyone started dying. But that didn't happen, of course, so yeah. It was just an average, okay read. I would say that if you like the first 2, you'll probably still like it, although I know a lot of people have said that this is the worst one in the series. I hear from a lot of people that the 4th one is really good, but I don't think I'm going to continue on with this series. I'm just not feeling it. It's just not my favourite series in YA right now. There are better series that I'm reading. I don't really like it, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be continuing with this one. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys have read it, then do let me know. Tell me if you enjoy it. I would love to hear everyone else's point of view, and I understand that my point of view is probably not the majority of BookTube's point of view, so definitely let me know if you liked it, why you liked it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat about the